When I was like young, I used to do a lot of sports. I always had like a good support of my family to do everything I wanted, you know. So I always had a good group of friends when I was growing up. And since I started training, it was like 15, 16 years ago. I never did anything else. I always stayed really focused until I got here. My name is João Zeferino. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Florianópolis, Brazil. I started training jiu-jitsu with a lot of friends in Brazil. And actually, the first moment I hated. I was just training because all my friends are doing. They're like pushing me. And at the end, I was like the only one who kept going. You know, like since I started, like got my blue belt, they all stopped, and I kept going till today. Everything to start in life is hard most of the time. You know, like I was trying to build my body for it. I wasn't strong at the time. I wasn't flexible. I wasn't anything. So I was just trying to get ready for this. And once I start to get better, I start to get stronger. I start to have more fun. So until I become professional. 2006, my first MMA fight. It was a tough fight in Brazil. I pretty much didn't know how to throw a punch yet. It was just jiu-jitsu. And yeah, after that, like right away, I came to New York for the first time to train. Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, New York is huge in boxing, right? There's a lot of history in here. We train like an amazing place with an amazing coach. Definitely one of the best in the world, if not the best. Boxing is really good because a lot of guys like in MMA, they pretend that they know how to punch, but they don't know actually. So the boxing helps for the range, helps with defense, helps with everything.
I think boxing is very important for MMA. I think it helps give the guys the edge, like guys that actually box, not just hit pads or hit the bag, but actually go to boxing gyms and spar with boxers and be around boxers and just be around that atmosphere. I think it gives you a little bit of a mental edge, like knowing that your opponent may not have gone through that, because boxing gyms are rough. You got a guy coming at you and he's trying to hit you in the head. Thai boxing's rough, wrestling's rough. They're all rough, but you can kind of get around. With Thai boxing, you can clinch, you can kick to keep them off. The MMA, you can go for takedowns, and you're not constantly getting hit at. I mean, you are to a point, but you have so many things to kind of slow it down and get away and take things away from what your opponent's doing to you. But with boxing, it's just like, it's in your face, you're getting hit, and you got to learn how to move your head. With the limited amount of tools you have, I think it makes it more difficult. It just makes it more difficult. So I think guys that actually take on the boxing and go to boxing gyms and learn how to box properly, I think it gives them the edge far more than anybody else. He's got a tough fight coming up. I think the main focus is just getting a little bit more aggressive, not waiting so long and just trying to get off first and finish last. Don't wait around for the other guy and hopefully land a perfect punch. The guy that he's fighting is very aggressive, so I kind of want him to go get him and kind of take him out of his game and be a little more aggressive on his part.
I'm fighting December 31st against Justin Gaethje for the World Series of Fighting lightweight title. This guy is definitely like a good striker. He's aggressive and he's an All-American wrestler. So I don't focus so much on him. I focus more on myself and what I need to improve on my game. I feel ready for any situation with him. Of course, we're gonna we're gonna work a few details, thinking about him, but most of it is more like about my development, right?
The training that he does here at this gym is a lot more striking and stand-up orientated. He does his wrestling and jiu-jitsu at other gyms, and then we kind of bring it here and we try to blend it all together. What you saw today was more of the kickboxing, boxing, kind of standing up. Some days we work on, transitioning from the feet to the ground, and I try to get him more comfortable just getting hit at here, and polishing up his strikes, his kicks, his punches, so that he can be a more well-rounded fighter, so that if it does stay on the feet, he's more comfortable. And I feel like the more comfortable he is on his feet with his striking, he's able to implement his game of jiu-jitsu and take him down to the ground. So I feel like my jiu-jitsu is definitely much better than his. My striking is definitely more technical. He's aggressive, he's a brawler. He's wrestling, he's a good wrestler, but I've been fighting wrestlers and being, showing like I've been improving a lot in this game, so. I think his determination for winning this fight is the same as every fight. If he was going in there not wanting to win, then I probably wouldn't be working with him, and he wouldn't be where he was, and you guys wouldn't be interviewing him. I think he is the type of guy who takes every fight serious, and they're all just as important as the other. There's not one more than the other. I mean, granted, this one has a belt on the line, so it has a little more substance to it, but I think overall, they're all important fights to him.
I used to have like a mentality, like I wasn't like maybe mentally tough, and since I started training hard and everything, my mind gets so much stronger. Like I started like to face every challenge as a good thing, you know. As to I was trying to overcome everything. I wasn't like trying like on the first like bump before I used to quit, and since I started training hard, I had to, you know, like you're gonna have like a bunch of bumps in life, so you just have to keep going, right?